Hi, this is Seth David from the world famous Nerd Enterprises Incorporated, bringing to you another special screencast. Are you splitting hairs over split detail? We're talking about reporting in QuickBooks and what it looks like when you're trying to figure out what it means to show or not show the split detail. Knowledge is power. Make an impact by learning more. Call me right now at 866-945-8070 for information about private trainings. We always record the live session with you so you can review it as often as you like afterwards. Hi, Seth David here, and welcome to another wonderful screencast based on another question that came in from the web. This one's from Frank H. And Frank says, in QB Enterprise, filtering for reports, there are options for, quote, include split detail, unquote. No and yes for detailed accounts matching. What are these filters and how do they affect the reports? In some reports, these options are not available. Frank, that's an excellent question, and I'm going to answer it for you. Let's go to the videotape. Come over here to QuickBooks, and let's see what on earth is Frank talking about. Let's say I just want to create a custom report, and I want to choose transaction detail. It brings up the dialog for how to modify the settings for the report, and if I come over here to filters, notice here where it says include split detail, but it's grayed out. I can't do anything with it. I can click 317 times and it still won't come up. Here's the thing. You can include split detail on balance sheet accounts. You cannot include split detail on P&L accounts. Why? I don't know, because it's just not the nature of P&L accounts to have split detail included. Let me give you a clear example. And I'm just going to give you one. Then you can take the knowledge that I've given you, or the knowledge that I've given you, and run with it. Go play with it. Figure it out. That's how I learn this stuff. So, let's look at accounts receivable. And let's just say that starting off by default, I'm not including split detail. And we'll run the report for this month to date. Click OK. And I get some transactions. Now, and the reason I sort of purposely chose accounts receivable is because I know that accounts receivable transactions, namely invoices for the most part, can actually be split several different ways, right? Especially if I'm posting an invoice for the sale of inventory, right? Because how is that getting split? I'm posting to accounts receivable, of course. The invoice increases accounts receivable. I'm also posting to cost of goods sold. I'm also posting to the inventory account, right? I'm reducing inventory. I'm increasing cost of goods sold. And I'm also posting to the income account, right? The receivables and the income are kind of direct offsets, right? I increase income. I've now owed that amount of money. So receivables is a good example for this because it can be split many different ways. So watch what happens when I include the split detail, and you'll notice that that option has now come alive. It's alive. So if I say yes, if I just say yes, watch what happens now. Oh, and let's total by account so it's very clear. Total by account list. Okay, and just so you know that there's no tricks up my sleeve, let's go back. No split detail. Totaled by account list. It's still just accounts receivable. But now if I customize again and say, yes, I want to include the split detail, look what it does. Now it shows me the materials inventory that's being affected, the finished goods inventory that's being affected, the sales, the income account that's being affected. Here's another revenue account that's being affected, my cost of goods sold, and my materials, which is another kind of cost of goods sold account. So that's what it means by including the split detail. That's if you're selling honey or something. That's detail. All kidding aside, this is what split detail means. Now, when you look at the filters and say for detail accounts matching, let's say here what I'd want to do is say all cost of goods sold accounts, right? I just want to see I don't care about inventory. I just want to see cost of goods sold. So, and here's the thing. I don't think there's a generic all ordinary income and cost of goods sold accounts. Let's try that. Let's see what that does. Okay. So now it actually removes accounts receivable, right? Because I didn't ask for that, and it just gives me all the income and cost of goods sold accounts. So you can be very specific about what to show. But balance sheet accounts essentially get split off based on different P&L accounts, and that's why you can go split detail from the balance sheet, but you can't really go the other way from the P&L. You'd kind of be trying to get back from the P&L to the balance sheet. it doesn't work. And if you don't believe me, just try picking any P&L account here and seeing what happens. See, no split detail if it's an income or an expense. If I choose a cost of goods sold, nope, sorry, Chumley. Nope, no expense accounts. So it's got to be a balance sheet account in order for you to be able to include the split detail. I'm learning how to speak more slowly. So that, my friends, is what the split detail is all about. If you have questions, if you would like to see me do a video on a particular topic, a good way is to ask me. Actually, don't ask me because that's just murder. But ask me a question, and I will give you an answer, most likely in the form of a video, because I just have so much fun making these videos. As always, if you need help, give me a call at 866-945-8070 or email me, seth@nerdenterprises.com. The information will appear on your screen. Please post your comments and questions below. As always, I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you on the web.